The number of people forcefully displaced has continued to rise over the last 10 years and is now reaching 80 million. To make matters even worse, the COVID-19 pandemic has sparked a crisis of global magnitude, and infodemic, a word coined by the WHO, has become a...
I have a question for you.
Okay.
When you hear any discussion about women's role in leadership role in communication, what comes to your mind? What is it that you expect to hear from patients?
That's a good question, Wanjiku. The thing is, at first, I was thinking, why is there the need to highlight women leadership, right? Simply, there's leadership. Men can be leaders, women can be leaders. So there must be something key. And I think maybe that's because women are pretty good leaders. If you put them in charge of things, it can be managed pretty well. I'm probably also saying this because of my mom and three sisters. I'm the only boy in the family, so I kind of have no choice but to back the ladies. But I'm really looking forward to hear some key information. Let's try again as we move on. We just saw first of all the video, and now we heard from Razia Masood doing her presentation, telling us the challenges in that area and how to rise above all of those challenges. These are all work with a Tribal News Network. Now,
unfortunately, Eddie, we can't reach patients at the moment. Therefore, we are taking a trip all the way to Pakistan.
Great.
Because our next three guests are working for the Tribal News Network, a multimedia platform providing local and relevant news, mainly ignored by mainstream media, to the audience in the northwest of Pakistan. Saeed Nazir is the director and co-founder.
And the Waziristan region in Pakistan. Now, both women were internally displaced before becoming voices of their communities. Now, it's great to have them here with us, so please don't miss out on this opportunity to ask them questions. Saeed, if you can hear me, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much for the short introduction. I'm Said Nazir Afridi from the Tribal News Network. So I'm the co-founder and executive director of Tribal News Network. I don't want to get more of your time, so I would like to invite Razia, but before that we are going to watch her video that how she works in the Waziristan tribal region and talking to men and women and highlighting their issues. And afterwards she would introduce and she would share her experiences with us. Thank you.
Emonum Razia Mesudai was a South Waziristan na first female journalist here. South Waziristan Shishkala Hamish IDPs Rimish Dere Masle Dere issues Saramoko Maksholi. Padagishi female education dai. Chorta Skolina Shtaho a functional nadi, teacheruni school tanarudrimi dutai داسې مشکا د هسپتالي خبره وکي هسپتالي نشته دی خو فنکشنل نه دي خلک ته هیلث ریلیټډ ډېر زیاتای ایشوز دي ډېر زیاتای مسایل دي داسې مشکا فیمیل چې کوم ایشوز دي په باندې خبره وکي فیمیلز ډېر زیاتای مسلې ډېر زیاتای مسایل سره مخ شوي دي انفراستراکچر ورته مکمل تباه دی روډینا خراب دي روډي حالات ډېر زیاتای خراب دي خلک ته ډېر زیاتای مشکلات دي female chikimedi auz nashi arvidal.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I am Razia Masood from South Waziristan. As the entire world is known that Waziristan has been through what types of circumstances and how people migrated from there during military operations and faced huge problems. South Waziristan has been the hardest among tribal areas. Since I am from the same area, therefore I observed that the basic problems over there were not highlighted on media. Only terrorism was the topic of the day. Since I myself migrated from there during military operations, I observed and faced different problems. The problems of the male section were highlighted due to the presence of male journalists, but there was no voices for women problems, so the woman was the oppressed. She lagged behind in education. There is no one to raise a voice for them. They have health issues. Women is deprived of her basic rights. In nutshell, problems are many. She always thought that who would give tongue to her problems. I did not have a platform to speak for her. Finally, with the grace of Almighty Allah, I had the chance to participate in a training session of Tribal News Network by DW Germany by the name of Citizen Journalism. I got the platform after the training. Thanks God, I brought forward many problems and got the honor to be the first female journalist from South Waziristan. There are countless challenges being a reporter, among which many tackled and many yet to be gone through about all the society where women is deprived of basic facilities, where women cannot step at, where women education is detested. So in such type of society, joining media by a woman was not an easy thing to do. In the beginning, I was criticized. I was threatened. My family was pressurized. It was said that women of Waziristan cannot come on media. You should stay at home. Campaign was started against me. I was threatened. Slowly and gradually, my work was seen by the people, and the people started not criticizing me, and those who would criticize me, they started feeling proud for me. And the most important was that it was a thing because of which people would like my work, was that I was honest and I highlighted the problems which were not highlighted before. Whenever you start work, the very first problems start with your own house. But with the passage of time, those problems are overcome. The community started to make lots of problems for me, but I studied many successful people and their lives, and I came to know that they were successful after facing those problems courageously, and you cannot reach your destination without problems, without hard work. In my family, my parents and my husband supported me, and because of their support, I am here today. My husband Kamran should always stand with me in every difficult situation, and if his support was not there, I would not be able to do anything. There are so many problems in our area, but the problems which are faced by women was about lack of education and non-functional hospitals. There are no emergency facilitations and death during childbirth, death of newborn babies, water problems. There is no employment, there is no center for handcrafts so that females may learn craft and many other problems that women are faced. Women empowerment is also the greatest need of that area.
Wow.
There is a great need of presence of a female reporter in our area because if there are many female reporters, the problem will be highlighted in a better way and people will be more aware, and this is all possible because of education. And if female have more opportunities for better education, they will be able to provide female with different specialties in different area. If you are facing any kind of challenge, you will be able how to deal with them. Our area South Waziristan is very dangerous. Anything could happen to you anytime. My story are published on TNN, Dan English newspaper, Independent Urdu. There is a great impact since when I came forward different issues were highlighted by me and I have worked in a much better way.
Move on. We just saw first of all the video, and now we heard from Razia Masood doing her presentation, telling us the challenges in that area and how to rise above all of those challenges. These are all work with a Tribal News Network. Now,
I think we are also having a bit of a technical challenge there. But I just want to quickly go back to what Razia has talked about. And for me, Razia, what I have picked many things, but one thing that has stood out for me is that you have said that you cannot reach your destination without problems. And listening to the challenges that you've gone through so far, the criticism, the threats to your life, your family being criticized, just it's an honor to have you. And thank you so much for coming on to share your story with us.